Hey, look at this beam, bro. Look at it. Look at it. Look
Hello again, fellas. Today I'm going to be talking about all the games I have had full ready scripts for and just decided to not do it. No, I just really like procrastinating. I'll be talking about each game separately and putting them into different chapters so you can just go to the chapters whenever you want to and just skip to the other ones if you don't care about. I don't want to take too long in this intro segment since this is going to be an already long video, so I have to talk about 3 different games. So yeah, just enjoy. You know what I enjoy? Bagels.
What is this game, dude?
Reality Compromise is an ASIM horror game based on the Madness Combat series, which was made by Newgrounds Easier Crinkles back in like 2007-ish. I'll quickly summarize the story for you new gens. Madness Combat follows the story of Hank J. Wimbledon, an insane assassin hired to take down the Nexus Corporation. In the story is to take down many different enemies, which include Maggie Torture, Jeebus, the Other, and of course, Tricky the Clown. The series has over 16 episodes and is still going on to this day. But enough about the series, let's actually talk about the game. Reality Compromise is unlike any other ASIM game I've ever played. Unlike Forsaken, where you can kill a killer, in this game it's mandatory. As soon as the round starts, you spawn with a gun. Once the survivors kill the mercenary, they win. But once the mercenary kills all the survivors, they win. Currently, there are no survivor classes with 10 mercenaries you can play as in the game. And of course, it's still an alpha, so eventually, things will change. I will be ranking all these games on a tier list from F to S. I will give Reality Compromise a good A tier. It is a really good game, but it feels a little unbalanced, per se. Certain killers absolutely demolish everyone, and then the others are just kind of meh. But there is still a lot of good things in the game, like the wide variety of armor you get. So yeah, Reality Compromise is a pretty good game. It could use some balancing, but other than that, really good game. I would recommend.
Give me my money! I want my money!
Sadly, I lost my footage of this game, but just believe me, I promise I played this game before. Break In and Steal Things is definitely one of the more interesting ASIM horror games I played in a while. The main factor being the game style. Where, like in Forsaken, how the generators are just little puzzles. The objective in this game is very different. Some of you might have been confused why I put the Lethal Company employee at the start of this chapter. It's because this game's kind of Forsaken mixed with Lethal Company, in my opinion. The objective in Break In and Steal Things is well, it's titled Break In and Steal Things. Fucking crazy. In the game, you go to some pretty interesting locations, and you are stealing the most crazy shit you could ever imagine. You literally steal the Draco blocks. Just like Lethal Company, you have to take back the item to your base in order to actually do the objective. It's a fun and interesting game concept, and it's performed decently inside this game. And now things get super interesting with the survivors and killers. I'll start with survivors real quick. There are no survivor classes in the game. However, survivors have one ability, and that is a charge. This can both stun the killer and kill other survivors. I must admit, this is definitely one of the more fun asymmetrical horror games I played in a while. And that's the reason. Because you can just knock your friends off of a cliff, which will never not be funny. That's not the only thing survivors can do against the killer, for they can also pick up guns in this game. The one I usually always see is the shotgun. Because you know, you can just get out of a vending machine. Like you do. Moving on to the killers, I only played one killer in the game because getting money in the game is actually horrendous. It's not even funny how bad it is to get money. And the killer I played was, of course, the default killer, the Slacker. From what I remember he had a charge ability and he could also go invisible, which was pretty funny to sneak up on people and then just have him shoot you in the face. The Slacker was actually pretty alright for being the default killer. I actually remember I got most of my wins from playing as him. It's a pretty B-tier game. It's kind of just one of those games you play when you're just super duper bored. The gameplay is actually pretty lackluster, but it's just so different that it feels like a sin not putting it at this tier. It's also still pretty funny, so it's pretty good B-tier for me.
Hey, dude.
It's Sonic EXE! No!
Outcome Memories is a remake/revamp of the original Sonic.exe disaster game on Roblox. Now, I would just like to say, before you go looking for the original, remember, it was taken down. There's even a little homage inside the lobby of Outcome Memories in the form of a gravestone. And Outcome Memories really does feel like a complete remake of the disaster, seeing how the gameplay is almost the exact same. The only difference being that Outcome Memories just feels a lot more sleeker. In Outcome Memories, teamwork is very, very, very helpful in this game. Certain characters have passives that help others, and certain abilities were built from the ground up just to help your teammates. In this game there is... Wait, how many survivors does this game have? There are 7 survivors you can play inside Outcome Memories, that being Sonic, Tails, Knuckles, Amy, Eggman, Metal, and Cream. If you want a more in-depth look at all the survivors inside Outcome Memories, I suggest you look at Nyx's videos. He just does a lot better job than I would do. Going into killers, this is where the only pet peeve I have with this game comes in. That being that killer in this game is just absolute dog shit. If you're chosen to be killer next, Mother of Mercy, prepare to get stunned. A lot. The best way I can express killer in this game is basically imagine if killer was a punching bag that swung too much and sometimes hit you back. 2011X's moves are kind of meh, and just his M1 is just not good at all. Like how none of these. I was overjoyed when Furnace was announced, bro. Jesus Christ, we need another killer in this game, because 2011X is not gonna do for a while. Yeah, that's really my only nitpick with this game, is just killer is just not very fun. I'm pretty chill with everything else. The music's pretty good, and also the cosmetics are cool. Holy shit.